My question was for Ice. Clearly, you have the golden mouthpiece. You can talk and talk when someone asks you a question, and you can really like expand it into like a really detailed answer so effortlessly. Now you're on a 24-hour stream, whereas a lot of the guys we're teaching, they struggle with that skill. So is this something you've always had?
Oh, great question.
Or is it something you had to learn?
The story I always say, and you were there for part of it, is back in the day when I was living in London for the first time. You were there the day I moved to London. Actually, I think I was waiting for a fucking check to clear, and I had no money in my fucking account, and I had no way of getting to the place I just like moved into, and you gave me like an Oyster card or something, and then someone else gave me money or whatever the case was. I literally had no other way fucking home. I was waiting for a check to fucking clear. I was like, I didn't know it would take this fucking long. Had no fucking money. But anyway, I went to this club, and Joe was there a few times with me years ago. First came to London, and I just made a habit out of taking massive action in terms of every Friday, every Saturday, go to a nightclub and just fucking go to the smoking area or wherever, depending on the club, is quietest, and just fucking hang out and have random conversations, even if they're stupid fucking conversations. Because I grew up always talking to, as a child, I would always generally be talking to adults at parties because the kids annoyed me and I was too intelligent for that. So I always associated up because I could be like 10 years old. I'll be talking to like a 40-year-old at a party, and then there were kids my age or younger or a bit older, just like, I don't want to play with whatever fucking toys they played with at the time. I was just like chatting with real fucking humans with life experience. I'm just like naturally really weird and unreliable. So I had an issue with like, for me to get into stupid conversations in the first place, I had to be willing to, and I had to break out of my shell of having too logical conversations. So that I just embrace the chaos, embrace the weirdness of things, and like, hey, if there's chaos, there's unpredictability, and you can just say random things that make no sense, and people will just fucking go along with it, because who cares if you're talking about a cup and then the next logical thing is to talk about a bowl because there's similar. No, fuck that. Let's just talk about toilet paper for no reason, and let's have a massive lake count and just go fucking crazy. So it's like word association, apart from you don't need to associate a damn thing. But anyway, the core of the message is what really broke me out of that and helped me the most with my verbal game was going to a fucking nightclub 2 or 3 times per week for many weeks without fucking fail, and just talking, practice. Because when I was much younger, I had a very weak voice. I still got a very naturally weak voice. I don't know if it's genetic or whatever the fuck, but if I take 1 drink of orange juice, my voice is pretty much fucking gone. So because of the acidity and the effect it has on the vocal cords. But essentially, I always had, growing up, a very weak voice. I didn't talk much. I was very quiet. I didn't lack confidence exactly, but I sure as hell didn't know what to say. And I didn't know how to project my voice. And some of the time, I had a really mumbly, deep voice as well. So I'm talking higher right now than I normally would, because a lot of the time people don't fucking understand. They think I'm speaking Russian or something when I'm just trying to speak English in my normal fucking voice and my fucking weird accent that comes from a place nobody's fucking been to. So a combination of all those fucking things, it just came to realization when, as a teenager, people kept.
Did you ever have approach anxiety? This could be a good question for everyone in the group, actually.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Did you?
That's a great question. So what I thought of immediately was social anxiety, and that's the perfect point that you made right there, where a lot of people are waiting to be led in conversation. They don't really want to talk about work or any of this other, oh yeah, like how did you get here? Oh, traffic was bad. But nobody's willing to lead, right? So when you make that comment about the toilet paper, you point to the random thing going on in the room and you're having fun in the conversation, it's refreshing. And people are like, holy shit, like this guy's different. He's not just getting along, saying what he's got to say to get along, right? And having fun in the conversation is so key. Because if you're just saying what you think the other person wants to hear, then yeah, that's the that's the first step that is going to lead you ultimately to the demise in the conversation, right? Like,
I think Canadian game is definitely a breed of its own. It's just, and I don't know how to describe it. It's just completely different because I don't really, I got a big following on Instagram now, but I don't use it in the sense that other people do. I just open it, upload some shit, and then jump the fuck off. But when I do, sometimes I see your reels and you get these, maybe you're wearing glasses or a big camera on your fucking, it's glasses, obviously.
just take
yeah, tape to your fucking forehead. And, or just like this. The kinds of things you're saying and the scenery of it all, like that's the kind of approach that doesn't seem like the robotic cold approach that other guys are doing because there's a friendly tone to it. There's no particular agenda. You'll even be talking to a random ass old man in a gas station because you're just being social. Like this is the Canadian view of cold approach, I think. Because it's not cold approach, it's Canadian approach. It's Canadian socializing. You walk into a Tim Hortons and you're like, hey, what the fuck is going on, guys?
Quite literally, sometimes it is cold approach. Like you're sitting there, like I was just talking to a girl outside and it was snowing. We're both like freezing, barely able to form words, but it was hilarious because we were both in that same situation. But I think the biggest takeaway is I would watch all this content, trying to be able to put myself out there, trying to be like these guys that I saw online, trying to be like Sean Connery and James Bond. And yeah, sometimes I would get results. I would be able to mimic the lines in a way where it didn't feel like I was nervous, but I was. But I always felt like I cheated myself in a sense because I wasn't being authentic. And sometimes even my friends would be able to tell that. They'd be with me and they'd be like, man, why are you acting like that? And that's when it cued in where it was like, yeah, like I am acting differently around women than I am around my friends and around talking to other people. So the biggest takeaway for me was just going out, having fun, entertaining yourself and saying whatever comes to your mind. If people want to rock with it, cool. If not, whatever, because at some point the mask is going to come off. So it's better to be real from day one and attract the right people into your life than to put on this persona and try to fake your way into, or try to fake it so that a girl gets in your bed, or fake some friends, fake it to make some friends.
Yeah, sure.
That's
How
true.
about the rest of you guys?
What he said about like most people are like scared to lead the conversation. Like, most people will only take like the safe topics, like the small talk topics, like the weather or like current trends or what's on the news and stuff. So yeah, stuff like that. But nobody really wants. That's not fun, really, is it? So just being the person who can say what's actually on their minds, that puts you so far ahead, like, and socially,
Yeah, and
that's all it takes.
So many people that have this social anxiety, and they say that talking to people drains them. Oh my God, I don't want to go to this party, this networking event. But a lot of times they get so drained because they're talking about shit that they don't care about. They're just along for the ride in the conversations, right? Like everybody has that one passion, that thing that they could talk endlessly about. But a lot of people are afraid to lead the dance and they're waiting on other people's permission to do that.